Have you recently started experiencing more ear ringing? Maybe in your left ear or maybe in your right ear, high pitch, low pitch? Have you noticed that it's happening right now more than ever before? And it's not due to exposure to some loud noises or ear infection or something that might be wrong with your brain. It has something else to do with it. If you're experiencing something like that, this video is for you. We'll be talking about what does it mean? What's the significance of it when you're experiencing ear ringing in your left ear or in your right ear, higher pitch, lower pitch? What ancient traditions taught about it and how they looked at it? What quantum physics say about it? And how all these solar flares activities can affect this, or changes in electromagnetic field, the Schumann resonance, how all these electromagnetic activities, the geomagnetic storms, may be experienced in your body as well, sometimes as ear ringings. As your body is adapting to new energies, to new frequencies, sometimes you may experience an imbalance of energy. Every time you go, like you create any type of a change, there's firstly imbalance and then you adapt to it and you experience balance. And when it comes to sounds, as frequencies, a sound, when your body starts changing its core frequency, you also start hearing sounds you were not hearing before because you plug to frequencies you haven't tapped in before, and that is causing sometimes ear ringing. So if it has nothing to do with being exposed to loud noises or ear infection or any other health condition, then this will be quite interesting. So beyond the medical explanation, many people explore the potential spiritual meaning behind all of these kind of happenings like ear ringings. So I want to give you this very interesting but also practical information, like what to do with all of that. So for example, in Hinduism and yoga, in Hinduism, ear ringing is often linked to nada yoga, where practitioners focus on internal sounds during meditation. It can also be a sign of Kundalini awakening. Buddhists, for example, mention auditory experiences during deep meditation, seen as a sign of progress and increased spiritual awareness. So many times when I'm making guided meditations, also here on this channel or in our live streams, I experience usually a high-pitched ear ringing in my left ear, and I sense it as my internal guidance, like something that is guiding me. Usually when I experience this ear ringing, I also immediately get thoughts like what I need to say or what I need to do. So it's very interesting. Before we go further, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's joining our Patreon community, where I'm sharing content that is not present anywhere else, like some frequent guided meditations, some exclusive videos, and there's also a community chat. So thanks to everyone for joining there. You can join there for free or choose any other option. Thank you so much, and now let's go further. So as modern science often explain ear ringing as tinnitus because of the exposure to loud noises and certain neurological conditions, well, sometimes we may wonder like why it is happening even though I was not exposed to any loud noises and any of that. Like, then you look around a little bit and you notice everyone is talking about geomagnetic storms, intense suns, activities, as right now sun is at its peak cycle of solar activity. Sun moves through 11-year cycle where through its cyclical rhythm it's pushing out its cooler particles, and that's causing solar flares. So at the beginning it's not so intense, but then towards the end of this 11-year cycle this activity becomes more intense. And during, right now, for example, when this activity is the most intense, it's at its peak, many people, or at least more people, are experiencing ear ringing. It also affects the Earth electromagnetic field. So there's a lot of imbalance when it comes to energy, when it comes to frequency, because all of us are adapting to new energy that's coming in onto this planet. This is very interesting. So in quantum physics, for example, quantum physics suggests that everything in the universe vibrates at different frequencies. Ear ringing could be interpreted as a sign of being attuned to higher frequencies or energy shifts. As our consciousness and Earth's frequency rise, it's completely natural that ear ringing is a manifestation of this vibrational alignment and heightened sensitivity. So then when it comes to solar flares, obviously solar flares emit high energy particles that can impact the Earth's magnetic field, and that's why so many people right now are reporting increased ear ringing during these events, suggesting a possible connection. Like, you may be just noticing that you're much more sensitive than you thought you were, and it can explain so much of why you may also sense much easily emotions of others or even thoughts of others. Maybe you're much more psychic than you thought that you are. And usually this kind of exploration put people onto a whole new journey of self-discovery, where we start waking up to new understanding and noticing, well, maybe for most of my life I was prioritizing others because that's how I've been taught, but never prioritizing myself. And all these things actually invite you to start prioritizing yourself, so you get to know yourself better, so you get to understand yourself better, and you notice, okay, if there is adaptation to higher frequency, what does it mean for me? What does it mean for me? And the answer is everything. Start noticing what you've been neglecting about yourself. What are the needs you've been, like your own needs, you've been putting aside just so you would please others, so you would say yes to others. Look, there's nothing wrong with saying yes to others as long as you're okay and you're fine. But when your health and your spiritual wealth and your well-being is decreased because you're constantly pleasing others, then you will need to take care of this. And sometimes ear ringing is even a sign, hey, you need to raise your frequency, you need to take care of yourself, you need to manage your health better, you need to make sure that you are feeling well in your body, as your body is your temple. So let's think a little bit about left ear or right ear ringing. Are you experiencing it? Like sometimes in your left ear and sometimes in your right ear? And what's the difference between experiencing high pitch and low pitch? So the location of the ringing can provide different spiritual meanings. Like ringing in the left ear is often associated with receiving messages from the spiritual realm or your subconscious mind. Sometimes if it's more lower pitch, it may be a warning sign to pay attention to your intuition, or there may be something wrong, like you need to make a choice and you have to choose between something that would be very good for you and something that would be maybe even toxic for you, and you may experience a left low pitch ear ringing. A quick reminder from your intuition: pay more attention to what will you decide. So that's why I said before, when I'm guiding meditations, often I experience it in my left ear, high pitch, when my intuition and my inner guidance starts kinda navigating me to make the most profound meditation I can do at that certain moment. And then right ear ringing is typically seen as a sign of external spiritual communication. sometimes with your guides, or some people call them angels. It may be also your ancestors, like loved ones that passed away, but they are still present as, again, like electromagnetic fields. They're guiding you, navigating you. So sometimes out of nowhere, you may experience a right ear high pitch, and that's how you notice someone is guiding you. And if you just slow down and pay attention, you may get a thought of who that might be, and that's how you know who is guiding you. And when there's lower pitch, it may be a sign that maybe you're in danger, or maybe there's something, you know, something is happening where you need to make better choices, like higher choices, or you need to slow down in your life because you're rushing too much, or you're making too many toxic decisions that are decreasing your health, and so on. So, as I mentioned, high pitch and low pitch are holding in quite a different meaning. So, high pitch ringing is often linked to higher vibrational beings, such as angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters, indicating a spiritual download. Are often like we say, oh, I've just downloaded it. And it is leading you into ascension of your frequency. It is guiding you. Like every time there's high pitch, don't be afraid of that. Don't be scared of that. Just take a moment and notice if there's any thought, if there's any idea that found you. That's also how you know that this idea will be very profound if you apply it and if you do something with it. Then low pitch ringing might be connected to grounding energies sometimes. Like if you have this low ringing but you don't sense any danger, often it may happen this way as well, especially during these geomagnetic storms and all the Schumann resonance shifts that are happening. You may experience also a lot of low pitch. So don't be afraid, like if there's a lot of low pitch and you may be, oh, is there something dangerous happening, or is there something wrong with me? This low pitched ringing is also connected to grounding energies, or sometimes even messages from ancestors and loved ones who passed away, reminding you, hey, connect with nature, go outside and just reconnect. You know, sometimes if you have a busy day, you may feel that because you need to release the old energy, and just going barefoot into the nature, or go to swim into the ocean or lake or river, you will notice that you will just release this old energy. Very powerful thing. So many times it's also associated with DNA activation. So DNA spiral starts opening up when we start releasing and healing the old traumas, old negative emotions. DNA spiral starts opening up slowly. And what starts happening, we start tapping into our genetic potential. What some scientists call junk DNA is actually just a potential within your DNA that is completely unknown to anyone who, like, to everyone, because we don't know what we are capable of. And all the known DNA is like a memory from the past, memory from all our ancestors, memory from all the cellular evolution, and memory from all this cosmos. This is all within our DNA. That's why when people start doing healing, emotional healing, trauma healing, they start raising their frequency and tapping into more positive emotions. It's proven by science. DNA spiral starts opening up, emanating more light, tapping into deeper memories, experiencing more realizations, more clarity. Their energy increases. They become more productive. They become more grounded. Their psychic senses awaken, and suddenly they just know more. They see the truth. They can easily filter their lives, what's false, what's real. They can read the energy. They can get intuitive downloads. They can communicate with sometimes outworldly beings. extraterrestrials, and all kinds of things start happening to people. Because as Nikola Tesla already knew, your body is not just a receiver of energy, it's transmitter of energy. When you plug to higher frequency, you start transmitting something higher. So you don't live your life just based by memories, you start living your life based by guidance that comes from universal intelligence. So ear ringing is often, especially right now, associated with the beginning of this process. You're starting to become aware of the guidance that is moving through you, activating, opening up your DNA. So your aura field, your electromagnetic field around your body is slowly strengthening, increasing. And therefore, pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that are finding you. Like sometimes you may just feel, oh, I need to take care of this trauma, or I feel there is a trauma that is blocking me. Or you may notice every time you communicate with certain people, certain triggers are constantly being, present in you. Like something is repeating, it's a sign, heal it. Notice what is behind it. Like talk with someone who can help you so you can deal with it, resolve it, clarify it. Because you can't heal what was never revealed, and therefore pay attention to it. Because it's all associated to ascension you're going through. And that's what is all activating your DNA. So you can become stronger, more connected, more powerful, and a better leader in your life. It's all happening to you right now. So left ear ringing is more of internal guidance, intuition, and messages from your subconscious mind, which is somehow, or could be explained as a storage of memories, not just from your life, but from all the past lives, from all the DNA. But subconscious has its own intelligence. It only shows you what you're ready to know. So it's giving you glimpses of what you're ready. So also when this starts happening to you, especially right now, when all these universal activities and astrological activities are very supportive for our evolution and ascension, you may have more profound meditations because of that, more vivid dreams because of that. So pay attention to it. It's all associated with the left ear. And the right ear is usually the guidance from your spirit guides, from certain ancestors, from master guides. We all have this kind of guides. And at some point, we kind of open up to this guidance. And the message that's very important at this point is to know to don't have any expectations how guidance should appear to you. Because, some people may say, oh, my angels told me. And some people say, my guides told me. And some people say, I see them all around me. And some people say, it's my intuition. So don't hold any expectations for how it should happen to you, or what is guidance anyway. But just pay attention. Is it a thought? Like, do you experience a sense of inspiration when you think about what could you do? It's already a guidance for you. Just notice where your life is taking you, and know that everything is falling into place for you right at this moment. Everything is falling into place. And when you let go of what doesn't serve you anymore, you receive more of what does. So I hope you found a great value in today's video, my friend, so it can explain a little bit why all this ear ringing is happening right now to so many people and what's the meaning behind it. I also hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. I want to remind you, today is the last day of our 20% off sale to all the art prints. To all the prints of my art. You can find it on AttractPassion.com, or it's a store, I Draw My Passion. You can find all of my art there, all prints of my art, and some of the original paintings. So thank you so much. And to anyone who would love to work with me one-on-one, I'm helping people, coaching them with anything they feel like they need some clarity around to shift their lives onto a higher level. So if you feel aligned with that, you can find the link in the description of this video. And before we finish, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more notifications, for more insights, and the upcoming of new videos and live streams. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one, my friend. One love.